So years ago, many farmers who are precisely cultivating orange are either abandoning their trees in the bush or cutting down to replant another crop. This week on The Ghanaian Farmer, we are back to SONO Ghana. But it is not all about passing. Like I said previously, they are also very much focused and giving a lot of priority to citrus farmers. They buy, they add value, and of course sell some in the local market and ship some to other part of the country. We are in one of the citrus farms that the farmer deals with them, and so we are here to get to understand what it is that SONO is so much passionate about, helping orange farmers to revamp their farm, to help them sell right to the company and make their money and reinvest into the business. I'll be joined by the MD, Mr. Brown, to tell me more about the company and what made them to pay attention to the citrus industry and revamping. I'm going for a quick breather. When I come back, he'll be joining me to tell me a little about the company, and of course I'll be joined by the man in charge of the buying and other things as well, to tell you, if an orange farmer here in Ghana and you won't deal with them, the process to follow to become a part of this big family. My name is Enyonam, and this is The Ghanaian Farmer here on Joy Prime Television. I'll be right back after this. Stay tuned. Thanks for staying. If you're just tuning in, you're watching The Ghanaian Farmer, and standing next to me is the MD for SONO Ghana, and he's in the passing of Mr. Benjamin Brown. Thank you for joining me, sir.
Thank you.
Right. So before we delve into why revamping the citrus industry has become of a priority to you people, let's get to know a bit more about SONO. When we mention SONO, what should come in the mind of viewers?
Yeah, welcome back again.
Yes.
You've been with us in the last episodes talking about passion.
Yeah.
So I'm sure a lot of people assume that it's all about passion,
exactly.
But it's not. So SONO is, should I say, agro-processing and farming company. We're really passionate about farming as well as processing. Far back 2008, that was when the company was actually established.
Okay.
A lot of your viewers probably would know about Pinora.
Okay.
That was when the company started. And it's interesting to note that the Pinora, the name of the company, actually came from pineapple and orange.
Okay.
So those two fruits were actually combined to form the name Pinora.
Okay.
And at that time, in 2008, when it was started, the focus was on pineapple and orange.
Okay.
Okay. Now, why those two fruits? The shareholders at the time realized the need to create a way of industrializing the
pineapple and the orange
in the orange industry, because we realized there was a lot of orange trees, and really there was no market for these farmers to send the oranges to.
Yeah.
So it made good sense to put up a factory in Asamankasi, where we had a lot of orange trees around to process oranges and then additionally pineapple. So that was the focus of the business at the beginning when it was established, because of the availability of orange and pineapple.
Okay. All right. So basically, you wanted to add value and also create available markets to help the farmers.
Correct.
How has the response been when you approach or announce that kind of initiative to these farmers in the pineapple and the orange space?
No, I must say the response was very, very good. We had volumes coming into the factory, but however, we were challenged again because we did not have a lot of expertise at the time when we started. And so there were challenges in terms of the timings that the fruits were delivered to the factory, the timing at it when we needed to process. There wasn't a sync between the two. So there was times when oranges were delivered when the factory had challenges in starting up, and there were instances whereby the factory was ready to run, but there was no
orange to serve it.
Exactly. So that caused a bit of a challenge for us.
Okay.
Secondly, you realize that orange is seasonal.
Yes.
So in Ghana, basically, we've got oranges from, I'd say, November, December, all the way to April, which is normally known as the major season. And then we have from, let's say, September to November thereabouts, which is known as the minor season. So technically you have almost about 4 months in the year where there are no oranges in Ghana.
Right.
And the capacity of the factory we have can process close to 400 tons of oranges a day, and with over 50 to 70 workers consistently being employed. And for 4 months where you have no oranges and you need to cover overhead costs and all that, I mean, profitability became a challenge and all that. So it kind of put the business in a very tight corner in terms of being able to get the revenue to keep supporting these farmers.
Exactly.
And so the profitability became a bit of a challenge then, and hence the ability to pay farmers on time also then became a bit of
another problem.
Correct. So whilst our intentions was good and really wanted to help, due to challenges that the company kind of faced, it actually ended up being more of a deterrent to some of the farmers. And indeed, we realized that a lot of the farmers started cutting down their trees and also abandoning the farms in
the bush.
Correct. So we had to really sit back and say, okay, how do we address this particular challenge? And that's where the shareholders thought of passion. That, okay, if we could find a crop that will kind of be in between the times where we don't have orange, then at least we can keep the revenue churning and also then benefit the farmer at the end of the day. So those are the actions that we've taken in the last couple of years to kind of like position ourselves in the right place to really now boost and support the citrus industry to take it to the next level.
Great. Okay, so I know you mentioned you were sited in Asamankesi. Are you only for Eastern region farmers, or
no,
citrus farmers across Ghana can do business with Sono?
No, trust me. In the last, I'll say 8 to 9 months, it's been interesting for us as a company because we've realized that we can actually bring fruits from as far as Benin and Nigeria.
Oh, wow.
Trust me, we are bringing oranges from Nigeria and Benin to process in our factory. So if we can go that far, why can't we go to the north to even bring oranges? So trust me, any corner in Ghana now, if you have oranges, let us know, we will come get it.
Okay, great. Now, talking about if you have oranges, let's know you come for it. What variety of oranges does Sono process? Is it any kind of orange, or there are things you tell the farmers who might watch you and want to do business?
So, for us, orange is orange.
Okay.
We've got late Valencia, which is the main variety in Ghana. The sweet med that we take. There's also the red blood orange, which we also accept. So really, anything that sounds, tastes, looks like an orange, we will take it.
Okay. Now let's talk more about how Sono is creating job for not just the gentlemen I saw today, both men and women busily working in the factory, from the truck delivering to the sorting to the washing. It's a whole process.
Correct.
Guys, you are doing so well.
No, thank you. Thank you.
I wanted to ask, does Sono recruit skilled people to work at that department, or even unskilled people can just walk in and you are hired and trained to work?
We employ both skilled and unskilled, but I tell you, about 70% of the people we employ are unskilled, and then we kind of bring up their capability to meet what we want. So it's not focused on skilled labor. We are looking at teenage mothers, young women, women without jobs in the communities, even disabled. We are looking at ways of integrating them into our system to create some means of livelihood for them to also earn a living. Okay.
Now I saw something interesting. After juicing or taking the juice out of the orange, this whole back, what becomes of it? I'm told some fertilizer companies come for it free of charge. So no, you don't like money.
No, so we are very mindful about the environment. And sustainability is a big part of our entire program. So for us, there's nothing that goes to waste. So that chaff that you see after juicing, taking the juice out of the orange, actually you're right, it goes to a company that we have partnered with to convert that into organic fertilizer. Yeah.
I see, that's interesting. I know, that's what I'm saying, that you don't like money. That's what I'm saying, you don't like money.
No.
Now, so how has the feedback from farmers who almost lost hope that is abandoning their trees in the bush or cutting down to replant something else. How has been the feedback from them since you started revamping the industry, telling them there's a ready market, just bring the fruit or call us, will come for it? How has been the feedback? How are they helping shape the whole thing, moving forward?
So really, the feedback has been very, very great, and we can see more and more people getting on board to make this thing work for us. And for us, the joy we get is to see the smile on the face of the farmer when he gets his payment for bringing that orange. Yeah, and so we are expecting more people to get that benefit from us, and hopefully with this program we can get a lot more people out there to bring oranges and then also benefit from what the current people are enjoying.
Okay, so what do you have to tell farmers who haven't heard or who haven't come on board to do business with SONO yet, especially citrus farmers? What do you have to tell them?
There's a huge opportunity. If you have an orange tree in your house, in your farm, please, anyone will share the numbers at the end of the program.
Yeah.
Get in touch with us, and trust me, we will make good use of that orange.
So if you have orange, even if it's just single one, you just take your basket, harvest it and carry it to SONO. They will pay you money and then you can go back home. But before we go for a quick breather, and then your man in charge of money, the money man.
He brings the oranges.
I know, yeah. So he's the one who gives the money to our farmers. So
Yes.
we are excited about him. Before he joins me, I want to talk about what the future is looking like for SONO, for citrus sector, and for other farmers. Are you telling us that we should look in the area of growing citrus more because there is ready market, or what's the future looking like? What's the plan?
Well, the future is really big for citrus. Like I told you, we are even going as far as Benin and Nigeria to bring oranges.
Yeah.
So why don't we grow the citrus industry in Ghana? We are working with the University of Ghana, Professor Bodu, to kind of see what varieties can we actually get to farmers to grow so that we actually have oranges throughout the year.
Okay.
Instead of just having this seasonality that we currently face. Yeah. So it's something that we are working on. We're looking at also partnering with orange growers associations to try and support the farmers in those associations to grow more orange on their farms. The chiefs are also coming on board to give us land. This would also shy away from galamsey. So if we're not given lands for galamsey, what can we do with those lands? We can actually grow oranges and make something profitable out of it. So it's not just about gold. There's a lot of money that you can make out of orange as well.
Awesome. Lastly, let me put you in this tight corner. If you guys are growing huge plantation of passion, are you also growing citrus yourself?
No, we're not going citrus at the moment because we want to help the
farmers. Okay.
Right? We don't want to do it on our own. And like I told you, with the capacity of our factory, if we want to grow oranges ourselves, trust me, we'll probably need 5,000 hectares to be able to grow enough orange to feed our factory. But we want to leave it to the farmers to do, and then we will pay them good money for the job they're doing.
Okay. To make the industry grow and better, it's a collective decision or a collective action. SONO is doing its bit by helping to present ready market, adding value, and even using, the chaff for fertilizer for another company. But what do you have to tell private stakeholders or even government to help? What do you need to help farmers to, scale up what they're doing?
No, so, first of all, it's funding because when the farmer brings the orange, obviously he wants his money tomorrow.
Exactly.
Because he needs to go back and feed his family. He needs to go back and weed his farm. So really, it's very capital intensive for us because we need to churn out that cash quickly.
Every time.
And obviously, when we squeeze the juice out of the orange, we don't get money for it tomorrow. Doesn't work that way. So there's always a bit of lag between picking the fruit from the farmer and actually selling it to our customers. And so if government or any private sector bank would step in to offer some form of credit or some payments to these farmers, not to us. We don't want the money. We want someone who can step in, pay the farmers, and then once we get revenue,
Yeah.
we pay back that
Okay.
obviously at an interest. So
Okay.
if that can happen, it
Yeah.
will be really of immense help. Of course, there's tax reliefs that we do enjoy because we are a free zones company.
Okay.
Anyway, which is good because
Good for you.
not just for us, not just for us,
Right.
because remember, as free zones, it
Okay.
means we are bringing in forex.
Yeah.
So 95% of what we produce is exported,
Okay.
which is bringing hard USD into the country to
Okay.
try and also help with inflation and devaluation of the cedi. So we are doing our best to help the economy, but trust me, this company can do 5 times what it's currently doing with
Okay.
the right support
Right.
from government and the private sector.
Indeed, with the right support, Sono Global, but this is Sono Ghana, can do more than they are doing presently. So I hope that government and other private stakeholders or even financial institutions, you can sit down with them and have conversations and see how best you can help, make this industry sweet like other industries are enjoying. My name is Anyanama and this is the Ghanaian Farmer. And the gentleman standing next to me telling me all the great things that Sono is doing here, not just in Ghana, but across the globe, is, the beautiful thing is Ghanaian orange, being processed and taken out there. Do you know the feeling it gives, not just me, but the farmer who sees his produce going that far? That's how much Sono is doing for the agri sector. We are going for a quick breather. And when we come back, the gentleman who is able to tell you, this is what we want, this is how you can join us, we can pick or we cannot pick, all those details, he will be joining me to tell me much more. But I'll be right back after this breather. Stay tuned. He's in charge of procurement here in Sono Ghana, and he's in the person of Mr. Emmanuel Enim Labi. I told you early on that he will be joining me to tell me more about how farmers can become a part of this booming industry that Sono is presenting to citrus farmers. Thank you very much, Mr. Labi.
You're welcome.
Mr. Labi, how long have you been with Sono? I heard you are the oldest. Tell me, how long have you been with them?
Actually, I've been with Sono since 2006.
Okay.
At its very inception.
Right.
To date.
Okay. Wow. Tell me some of the memories that you remember in Sono.
Yeah, I quite remember the joy of starting the factory when everything was done, and then we say, hey, it's time for us to start the factory.
Action.
And it's like we've done a lot of groundswork trying to secure fruits, and then that day came, and then we had to bring in fruits and then do our maiden production. It was so wonderful.
I see. So do we see the trucks packed like we saw it this morning? Is that how they come to pack for delivering of the citruses?
Let me tell you, you saw nothing.
Okay.
You saw
that
nothing.
is what we saw this morning is small.
It's a tip on the iceberg.
All right, so let's
you can have the whole place, the whole park in front of the factory packed filled with trucks.
Oh wow.
Full of oranges.
Okay.
And that you can be thinking of doing about 300 to 400 metric tons in a day.
Okay, so in the major season like we are now, tell me how many trucks do you receive on daily basis?
At full capacity, we should be thinking about 30 to 40 big trucks in a day.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So
ranging from 15 to 20, 25 tonner trucks.
Okay. So where are some of the locations that your deliveries come from?
Yeah, like my boss said, we are into picking fruit from Central, Eastern, Ashanti, Bono, Western, North, Volta. We're taking fruit from everywhere there is orange. Okay.
In terms of the selling to you, do you buy through third parties or the farmers call you? I have orange in my farm, can I deliver? What is the process? Run us through the process.
So good. We have category of suppliers.
Okay.
And our main focus is on smallholder farmers. Because at the inception of the factory, we're looking at helping smallholder farmers. But we realize that no, it's not only smallholder farmers. We have medium to big holder farmers. And then when we started, we realized that okay, others were also trying to supply. Farmers will supply their fruits and they are done. And he wants also to go into business. So they will try to also source fruit from other farmers.
Right.
So at the end of the day, we had agents or third parties who started supplying us orange, and we've been doing business with all of them. Okay, so tell me, what variety? Okay, he mentioned of the late Valencia and the other one. So when the cars are coming, how long does it take? And also prior to delivery,
what is your advice to the farmers? Do I harvest a day before delivery or 2 days before? I mean, I'm talking in terms of the quality you are expecting to receive at the factory.
So orange is a perishable product.
Okay.
And for us, we're looking at 0 shelf life. So when the farmer is ready to harvest, what we do normally do is we have a team of field officers who go around the farms, talk to farmers, educate them, advise them as to what to do. And then when it is time for harvesting, it is the field officers who authorize the farmer to harvest on a particular day based on our schedule, our production schedule. Then we'll try to instruct the farmers to do the harvesting. So depending on the distance, 2, 3, 4 days, the fruit should be at the factory so that the fruit does not go bad.
Yes. Okay. So one amazing thing I saw was the sorting. When the trucks are pouring it, how they are picking. Why are you picking? I thought you were going to juice, so you juice everything together. No,
no. Remember, it's a food product. We are a food processing factory, and quality is key to us. Because we can't process anything, and at the end of the day, we are not able to sell. Definitely, we are in to make money. So we need to produce what we can sell, the best that we can sell. And for Sono, quality is our hallmark. Yes. So we have to sort the rotten ones out so that we can get the fresh juice that that can sell on the market. I believe you have tasted our juice.
I'm yet to. I am going back there today.
And I know you're going to love it. You're going to love it.
I am yet to go and taste it.
Because when we have those ones in it, what we will end up producing fruit, a juice with rotten taste, which isn't good.
Yes. Now, I know you have competition when it comes to buying the citrus. The market women are there. Then you are telling farmers, bring and let me pay you. How did you manage to convince them to buy into your kind of buying and paying?
Good. You know, the market women, when they are buying the fruits, most of them take it to the fresh market.
Exactly.
And then fresh market, they look at physical appearance. So when the fruits, even the shape is even off spec a bit, the fresh market will not take it. But we are juicing. Once the fruit is not rotten, the whatever is around it is not affecting the quality, the inner quality. No, we don't have any problem. We'll process. We only need to clean and then process it. So we don't do so much selection on the farm.
All right. Presently, are you able to tell how many farmers you're working with nationwide?
Believe you me, we're working with over 3,000 farmers.
And
and that is not all. We keep adding. Yes.
Talking about the adding, how do me, who is a new farmer, who just heard about Sono through this video of saying posts on social media that if you have oranges, come and join us, what's the process? Do I walk in, fill an application or phone call? What is the process? How that new farmer join the whole system?
Very good question. It is simple. Once you have orange, you are qualified to join us. And what we do is our field staff we will come to your farm or others here get to know of us from other farmers, other agents, and then even our drivers who go around to bring the fruits. So they'll just call you, I have fruit, fine. Then we'll be looking at the area. Then the field officer in charge of that particular operational area will come and then check your farm if your fruits are good, the quality is good, and then he will program you when the fruits are ready. And then we don't take any money for you to come, but we need to have records so that when we for our database and then when we are to pay you to, we should have that record. So that's basically that. So everybody
is welcome to join.
It's welcome.
Please take note.
Our doors are open.
The officers who come to the field don't charge money. So if anybody is wearing Sono t-shirt, say I am registering you and this registration there is nothing like registration fee. It is free. They just have to come and inspect your farm, the practices you're doing, and then if you fall into the expectations of what they are looking for, requirement, you are registered, and then you start delivering your fruit. But are you able to tell us some of the countries you export the juice to?
Basically, our juice goes to Rotterdam. That's where mostly our juice goes. That's where we have our marketing department also.
All right. What would you have to tell farmers who have just watched this video, are inspired, but are feeling so lackadaisical to go back to their farms and put it into shape? What do you have to tell them?
Well, orange is money now, and there's no need leaving your oranges in the bush because readily Sono is ready to take your fruit, process it, and get you paid for good money.
Okay.
So why do you leave your fruits and your farm in the bush? Just get your cutlasses, go into the farm, clean the farm, prune, you get good yield, and that's money.
Okay, right. So I know there are some numbers we are supposed to mention for farmers who want to be part of those who are supplying Sono with oranges. So mention your number and then I'll mention the rest of the other numbers that they can call when they want to be part of the Sono orange farmers, you know, suppliers and all that.
0242 203074 and then 050 135 2262 050 135 2262.
Okay, so that's it. Mr. Enim, his number, if you see your name is 3, you alone you have 3 names. Emmanuel Enim Labi, am I correct?
Perfect.
Okay, so that's his number, but there are other numbers that you can equally call if you want to supply Sono with citrus. You can call 0501 352236 0501 352236 or 0503 0503 82 94 34. You can call these 2 numbers apart from his. Let me mention it again. You can call 0501 35 22 36 or you can call 0503 82 94 34. Apart from the 2 numbers he mentioned, you can also mention these other 2 and they will all attend to you. Please, if you call and they didn't pick up immediately, you can send a text or wait for a while and call again. So we couldn't have had such interesting conversation with reps from Sono without talking to farmers who have been dealing with them for some years now. So standing next to me is Mr. Mwakun, and I'm going to engage him briefly just to talk about the experience and how Sono has been helping them as farmers. Mr. Mwakun, me Mwakwaba.
Yeah, no.
Me pa talk. Me say woni wu rebi na ye dwuma ha. Your friend is saying.
A friend of Honorable Kofi Brackman, former Tema Central MP.
Okay. Now we for no be acres saying
ni. 30 acres.
30 acres.
Yeah.
Okay. Ansa na muni pinora fo adwuma ne be starting na anka ne tonu net saying.
Pinora no ma adwuma. Idu be bi kakra na ne tonu na nye. Nti ekuyafo bebre kra ya ha ne ya wakuto no bebre wa. Ekuyafo bebre kra atwa mu de ego.
Oh, okay. Ba mo mu gina mo na so.
Gina na so a.
Okay.
Yegusu aye.
Okay. Okay. Nti na saying no mo harvest ya. Mo na mo de kwa na so mo kan na ebe fa ko.
Before ebe harvest no, pinora be ma your agriculture so nti o man ba.
Okay.
And I communicate na o ma e kam se bia na o twi mo bo start bia o kwada na se dwada na. Ya start it ya. E ready pe officer na. No actually say kaba.
Okay.
O na kan so bana.
Ababe fa ko. Okay. Okay. Na ankafo other farmers no mo twetwe egu no. Omo start bi mo ana say ne kra kra.
Eno die omo ka say omo start bi ko me ko obi afum.
Okay. Na nkrofo omo hwen a ene no mo ti Sono nkan ne edwuma omo ni ankafo eye no. De na wo ka kire omo.
Ne me kan say anka edwuma de eye. First na eye edwuma de na eye. Na
all right. So Mr. Mwako has been in this space working in the citrus industry for 20 years with his owner or the founder of this farm. They have about 30 acres. And he says before they started working with Sono, it was difficult selling. However, they stepped in and the sales became more regular and consistent. However, some farmers who couldn't, bear the pain, had to cut down their trees, and he doesn't know if they are back in business or that's the end of their citrus farming. However, he's excited about the journey. He looks forward for better things to come from Sono, and of course he's advising those of you who are out there and you're harvesting your citrus, you don't have buyers, contact Sono They'll come to your aid, give you an officer who will tell you the pros and cons and everything to do to become one of their suppliers. Mr. Mwakumedase, thank you very much. Now, this is how we call it a day on our visit to the citrus farm in Afonsi. This one is called
Ofansi
Praso.
Yes.
Is one of the orange growing areas, and I'm sure there are a lot of orange growing areas in Ghana. So if you haven't heard yet, please stay glued to the Ghanaian farmer handles. I'll be posting a lot of pictures, giving you a lot of information on how to join, because the beautiful thing about farming is to get ready markets, an assured market that always is ready to take your farm produce and pay you money. That's what we are working for. And so this time around, there is no excuse of I've experienced post-harvest loss, or my food, you know, my produce is going waste and all that. SONO has come to fill in that gap. So all you have to do, you can visit their location at Asaman Kesi. Just call the numbers, book a day, pass through and see the amazing thing they are doing with citrus. My name is Enyonam, and this has been the Ghanaian Farmer. I'll see you some other time. Maybe there is more to come from SONO. Yes, thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
Okay.